Have you ever made a decision, like a real decision, a conscious one? I mean, a decision when you told yourself, I mean it this time. And then you watch yourself do the exact opposite anyway. You decided to start shrinking yourself in rooms where you belong. And then the other week, you walk into that meeting and made yourself invisible. You decided to stop overspending. And then you brought the thing anyway. Once again, you decided to put yourself first. Then 2 days later, you overextended yourself again. That is not willpower problem. That is not a character flaw. That is your subconscious running a program you did not consciously install. And it is running faster, louder, and more consistently than any conscious decision you ever make. So today we are pulling that program into the light. What subconscious habits are? Where they come from? How are they keeping you stuck? And exactly how to start rewriting them. Your mind is either your greatest prison or your greatest power. This is Think and Grow Forever. I am Toya D, and this is a space where we break the chains of the mind, we reclaim our identity, and we build the life we were always meant to live. Everything I teach here is built on one truth: master yourself, free your mind, and prosper forever. Now let's get into today's message. Here's the number that changes everything when you really let it sink in. 95% of your behavior on any given day is subconscious. 95%. That means the conscious mind, the part of you that sets goals, that makes vision boards, that decides to change, is only operating about 5% of the time. The other 95% is automation, patterns your brain learned and filed away so it does not have to think about them anymore. This is not a design flaw. It is actually a brilliant engineering. Your brain job is efficiency. It cannot consciously process every single decision you make in a day. What to eat, how to respond, how to hold your body, what to think when something goes wrong. So it just automates. It turns repeated experiences into habits. And those habits run in the background like software, shaping your life while your conscious mind is busy thinking about something else. The problem is not the system, the problem is what got installed. Because a lot of what is running in your subconscious was programmed in your childhood before you even had the critical thinking ability to evaluate whether it was actually true or actually useful for you. And those old programs are still running. They're running right now. They're running in your relationships, in your finances, in how you show up for your goals, and how you treat yourself when things go wrong. There are 3 sources where subconscious habits come from. Subconscious habits are formed through 3 primary pathways, and understanding which pathway yours came through changes how you approach releasing them. So the first source is repetition. Anything you do repeatedly becomes automatic. The thoughts you think most often become the default lens through which you see the world. The behaviors you repeat most consistently become the path of least resistance. This is why your environment and your daily rituals matter so much. Because repetition is programming. Whether you are repeating right now, consciously or unconsciously, is becoming more deeply grooved with every cycle. The second source is emotional imprinting. Experiences that carry strong emotional charge, especially fear, shame, love, or survival, it get encoded deeply and quickly into the subconscious. This is why one painful rejection can create a subconscious habit of people pleasing that will run for decades. This is why one experience of scarcity can create financial habits rooted in lack that persist long after the circumstances have changed. The subconscious learns fast from emotion. It tags those experiences as important and files them as your operating instructions. The third source is model behavior. What you witnessed growing up became a blueprint for normal. How the adults in your life handle money, conflict, love, stress, or even success. All of it was absorbed and filed as the way things are done, not consciously chosen, just observed and internalized. So, some of your habits running your life right now are not even originally yours. They belong to the people you watched before you were old enough to know you had a choice. There are 5 patterns on how subconscious habits show up. Subconscious habits are sneaky because they feel natural. They feel like just the way you are. Here are 5 ways that most commonly show up in women doing this work. So, pattern 1 is self sabotage right before a breakthrough. Now, everything is going well. You are making progress, and then something happens. You get sick, you start an argument, you suddenly feel the urge to burn it all down or even disappear. Now, this is a subconscious habit of returning to familiar territory when growth feels threatening. Your subconscious does not know the difference between what's exciting or what is dangerous. Both of them feel like the unknown, and the unknown triggers the return to the baseline. Now, pattern 2 is about emotional overeating, overspending, overgiving. Now, these are subconscious regulation strategies. They are things you have learned to do to manage difficult emotions when you did not have better tools. So, they were never about eating the food or spending the money or generosity. They were about soothing a nervous system that did not know how else to cope. So, until you address the emotional root, change the behavior on the surface level will always feel like a battle. So, the third pattern, you are attracting the same type of relationship repeatedly. Now, if you keep ending up in relationships with the same dynamic, but it's a different person, but the same feeling, there is a subconscious habit at work. Your nervous system is like it's drawn to what it recognizes, what it grew up with, what feels like home to it, even even when home is not even safe. This is not a conscious choice. It is a pattern running below awareness, selecting from the familiar. So the fourth pattern we have chronic undercharging and undervaluing. So the habit of asking for less than you deserve, selling for less than you need, working harder for less than your worth. Now, this is a subconscious work in this program running in the background. It is not about market research or price strategy at all. It's about what you subconsciously believe you are allowed to receive. Now, pattern 5, it's the compulsive need to really stay busy. Now, if stillness makes you deeply uncomfortable, if you fill every moment with doing, scrolling, helping, producing, that is a subconscious habit of avoidance. Because stillness creates space for feelings. And if your subconscious has learned that feelings are dangerous, are overwhelming, it will keep you moving so you will never have to sit with them. So let me explain why conscious effort alone does not work. This is the piece that explains so much confusion and so much self-blame. When you try to change a subconscious habit using only conscious willpower, affirmations you do not really believe in, you telling yourself, decisions that feel forced, behavior changes that feel like a performance, you are essentially trying to overwrite a deeply grooved program with a sticky note, and it will not hold. Not because you are not trying hard enough, but just the simple fact you are working at the wrong level. Conscious change requires subconscious agreement. The new behavior has to feel safe, familiar, and aligned at a level where the old habit lives. Not just at the level where you think about it. That is why the work always come back to the nervous system. It always come back to the body, your identity, those emotional roots. Because that is where the actual program is stored. And that is where the real reprogramming has to happen. So I will give you 5 steps on how to reprogram your subconscious habits. Now, here is the process. It's not quick, but it is real. And it works when you work it consistently. So, step 1, you have to make your unconscious conscious. You cannot change what you cannot see. You're going to have to start tracking your automated behaviors for 1 week without judgment. I want you to just observe, when do you default to self-sabotage? When do you shrink? When do you reach for the habit that numbs you? When does those patterns show up? Awareness is the first interruption. The habit loses some of its power the moment you see it clearly. Step 2, I need you to trace it to the root. So once you have identified the habit, I need for you to ask, when did I first learn this? What was the original experience that made this feel necessary? What emotion is this habit trying to manage? You are not looking for someone to blame. You are looking for understanding, because when you understand why the habits form, you can release it with compassion instead of shame. And compassion is a far more effective agent of change than self-criticism will ever be. Step 3, I need for you to interrupt the pattern physically. Subconscious habits live in the body. So interrupting them has to happen in the body as well. So when you notice the habit is activating, you feel the urge, the pull, the automatic reach, I need for you to pause. I need for you to breathe. Ground yourself physically. Put your feet on the floor. Take 3 slow breaths. This is not just a common technique. It is a nervous system interrupt. You are creating a gap between the trigger and the response. And in that gap is where your conscious choice can actually land. Step 4, I need for you to install the new pattern through repetition and emotion. Now remember how subconscious habits are formed? They are formed through repetition and emotional charge. So you use those same pathways to install a new one. You're going to repeat the new behavior consistently, even imperfectly, and attach your emotion to it. Feel what it feels like to make the new choice. Feel the pride. Feel the alignment. Feel the expansion. Your subconscious responds to your emotional signals. Give it one that belongs to the woman you are becoming. Step 5, change your environment to support your new pattern. Now, your environment is constantly triggering your old subconscious habits through sensory and context clues. So, you're going to have to learn how to redesign it deliberately. What do you see when you wake up? What is the first thing you consume? Who are you spending the most time with? What does your physical space signal to your nervous system about who you are? Your environment is either reinforcing that old program or supporting the new one. You got to make it intentional. I want to be honest with you all about this because of unrealistic expectations are one of the main reasons women give up on this work. Reprogramming a subconscious habit takes time. And through research suggests that it takes anywhere from a few weeks to even several months of consistent repetition for a new neural pathway to become default. And during that time, you have to realize and be true with yourself that you will slip up. You will revert back. You will have days where the old habit runs like nothing ever changed. This is not failure, you all. This is a process. The slip up is not the problem. The story you tell about the slip up is the problem. I always do this. I will never change. What is the point of this? This story is another subconscious habit. You got to catch it. You got to interrupt it and keep going, because every time you return to the new pattern after a slip up, you are actually strengthening it. Consistency does not mean perfection. It means returning. 95% of your life is being shaped by patterns you did not consciously choose. That is not a small thing to sit with. But here is what I need you to also hold. You have the capacity to change every single one of them. And it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be without effort, but completely fundamentally at the root level. This is what this work is. That is what the Glow Within method is built from. Getting underneath the surface, rewiring at every level where your life is actually being created. You are not your programming. You are the woman who gets to rewrite it. So tell me in the comments, which of the 5 patterns hit close to home for you? And I want you to know, share this with a woman who keeps wondering why she cannot seem to change no matter how hard she tries. Subscribe if you are here to do the deep work. And I will see you in the next one. Remember, true security and stability come from within, not outside of you. Everything you need is already there. You just have to do the work to access it. If this message moves something in you, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below telling me what chain are you ready to break. This is Think and Grow Forever with Toya D. I see you in the next one.